can't tell you. Now what did they do? 18 years ago when they did government, after they come out, waiting because this government who they talk about now person we truly love Nigeria and I will want to. And they must demonstrate that love. I don't do them. Yes, people don't know. I dey here today now, I dey talk am. Some people don't dey hear now. Not true? Yes, check.
Sorry, sir. My apologies to our followers on the social media. You get one thing will just happen now, will be like sabotage. But we are back. And I want to appreciate Oga Sani, Oga Babangida, and members of the team. Make we appreciate them, but we apologize. And immediately after the program, we are rebroadcasting this program on all the social media platforms. Then at night, we are going to repeat this program on radio, television, and all the social media platforms. We will let you know the time. In fact, we go do repeat broadcast by 8 o'clock this night, by the grace of God. So repeat broadcast will happen immediately after this program. But at night, when you don't settle for house, 8 o'clock till anytime when we finish the program, when I go hear both the phone in and everything will take place. And we apologize once again for the break in transmission. Sorry for interrupting you. Make we social services where we they render somebody. You can imagine, sir, Your Excellency, sir, by the grace of God. You can imagine they see dead body for roadside. They no call any government office. Now then they tell now, make we. So we are not against any government. All we are asking for is a better society. Now they say dead body by NHIS on the way from Life Camp to Mabushi. Please, the dead body they there now. You get one number where Dr. Jume Amodu can give us 112. Make I call the 112. I beg, sir. Sorry for interrupting you, sir. And we're not going to finish this program until you talk, say you don't do you. Thank you very much. By the grace of God. So make I call Dr. Jume Amodu. No, make I call the 112. Just 112 straight. 112. Make when I know say Nigeria don't they improve, they go. 112.
This is the NCC Emergency Call Center.
Straight.
Kindly wait while we transfer your call to the next available agent.
Straight.
You are currently caller number 8,
Simple.
waiting to speak with a representative. Thank you for your patience.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Ordinary Ahmed Isa of the Human Rights Radio and Television Brekete family, sir.
You're welcome to one emergency helpline, sir. Please
Yes. The emergency be said dead body they no they sure whether the man don't die, but the man is lifeless, kind of from the eye. If you are coming from Life Camp to Mabushi, the dead body there by the roadside, sir.
Okay.
By NHIS between Life Camp Mabushi by NHIS, sir, the dead body, the man they there, whether we don't know whether the person don't die or be never die.
Okay. Mr. Mr. Please, your line is showing unavailable on the screen here, and we would like to give your contact to the response team that need to respond to you.
I know hide my number. I know the hide number. Maybe in a network hide them, sir.
It's actually showing unavailable here.
So,
because of this, I would have loved to transfer your phone to the emergency that have ambulance that can respond to this emergency immediately.
yeah.
families say they no wan come into politics, then we can't live our life for the hands of people wey no too sabi, then e go affect our life and our destiny. So politics dirty. If clean people no enter, how you go take clean? So na him we dey so.
When dirty join dirty na poto.
So we must begin to come together, enter this politics at the level of presidency. Many people don't ask me, say, oh, you want to start with president? Why you no go start as governor? Why you no go start as
you too small to be president. Now see finish me that.
Yes.
Now why you see finish?
Say you need to start. Which start? Countries like France now, I would be their president.
From consular here, from consular Nigeria, now they make them president.
Yes. Countries like Grenada, how old be their president? Even UK recently, their new prime minister, how old? Chile, their president at 32 years. And we, because we be black, we too they say ourselves, say we never start life until 50 years.
You know why? One Oyibo day here, they say you no go enter primary school until you reach 7 years and above. You must put your hand. As I did now, at 50 something, my hand na struggle, I dey struggle make you touch my ear. Draw beans, label them. I crammed that thing well before exam. Now I sure say that thing go come out because Mrs. Adenya dey serious with us that time. See beans, label them now. I don't cram tester, cotyledon, hilum, microfire. Now which one be tester? I don't know. Which one be cotyledon? I don't know. Which now so I failed that exam. I not go ever forget that thing. It to say that time they say manufacture bed where 3 people go sleep on top. By now I for don't be professional furniture. I remember those days then they do craft. You go use broom, you go use rubber, you go decorate, the headmaster go put them for, you go the pride, say, now my students do this one. Some go use wood, they go do bicycle with wood, craft, and you go, it is part of your continuous assessment.
Yes.
They can't drop them. People from Okene, they go use stone.
Mud.
Okay, mud.
Go take mud pot.
When I get clay there, no be rock.
No be
When
rock.
they grind stone, they take.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so continue, sir.
So
Jakuta.
you see this issue now where you bring us to Nigeria education. You know me, because I don't really impact for education so much, so I understand education very well. If you see my deputy, he come from Zamfara.
Wait, now your deputy vice president be this.
This is
we
my
appreciate
vice
him now.
president, not deputy.
I beg give and make you introduce himself, sir.
Please, he go introduce himself.
I think say na escort you come.
Now my vice president be this.
Even when na me escort and go give peace a chance that time, and give and make you introduce
Please.
himself.
Ordinary president.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be with this family.
Yes, sir. Make we appreciate.
My name is Bala Bello Maru. I am from Zamfara State. I am in my 61st years in life. And because I was born in 1962. In fact, I was in the university when my presidential candidate was born.
Hey, hey! Elder!
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. I attended Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. I read textile science and technology. I was in the School of Basic Studies, SBS. I read mathematics, physics, and chemistry at SBS. and I got admission to study textile science and technology. After that, I served in Lagos, and I was a lecturer in the Institute of Textile and Technology, Oregon, Ikeja, Lagos. After that, I served briefly with the National Productivity Center before I proceeded to AfriBank, Nigeria PLC. Later, I joined politics, and I've been in politics since 1999. I was elected member of the Zamfara State House of Assembly during the Abacha regime, and I was the state secretary of the People's Democratic Party during the Obasanjo administration. I was senior special assistant to the Minister of State Foreign Affairs under Adwa administration. I was also a senior special assistant to the executive governor of Zamfara State, Alhaji Mahmoud Aliu Kafi, and I was also special assistant to Minister of State Works under the Jonathan administration. And I have been a politician all along. I served in many boards, including the board of FRCN, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, during the time of ED Ero. I was also board member of Niger River Basin Development Authority, and later I became secretary to the government of Zamfara State under this administration. I served for 2 years. Yes, and I was nominated. In fact, I contested for the governorship of Zamfara State under the Accord Party, Accord, in 2019. That was one of the reasons why I was appointed as the secretary to the government of Zamfara State. I'm still an Accord member and the vice presidential candidate of Accord.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. No, make we appreciate again now. Now, even if this man no go school, like I gave una one thing, we go make una understand, say this life, they dynamic. The dynamism way they for this life be say, even person when no go school, if you don't travel, mingle with other people of different cultures, religion, and other exposures, you go see say the person way of reasoning go dey more mature than that of a professor where them born for a particular area. He do primary school, secondary school, university, become professor for the same area. Make una see, you know, consider say this small boy now go be vice president too. He dey university when them born the presidential candidate. See all the records. He no carry paper. He put hand for Agbada just the. I was kind. Let's appreciate. So now, so it's supposed to be. The presidential candidate is a Christian from Edo. His vice is a Muslim from Zamfara. Make we appreciate ourselves. Now I dey enjoy this platform, you know, where I dey give presidential aspirants. We go understand ourselves better. Over to you, Mr. President,
Yes.
to be by the grace of God.
Amen. Thank you, my Vice President, for that wonderful introduction. And you can see why I have selected him. He's a vast experienced politician. I myself am a technocrat. I have excelled in the private sector. And I would also explain some of my career. I have also served as technical advisor in oil and gas board to a lot of states. Akwa Ibom State is one of them. I happen to be the president onshore offshore oil and gas professional association in Nigeria. I'm a deep oil and gas person besides just academia. I'm the vice chancellor of Global Wealth University. I'm the president of South Amazon University and president of South Pan American College in California. I am also the president of American Institute of Certified Professional in Missouri in US. Yes, I'm the president of Unique Foundation. That is the NGO I talked about. I am one of the few black members whose name is in the World Book of Greatness in the UK. Yes, my name is in the World Book of Greatness. And that is because of the empowerment we've been doing. No, the UK saw it and they said, wow. And they honored us with that. Also, I am also a member of the World Presidential Civility Club. It's a club in US and Canada that once in a while send advisory to presidents all over the world on what is needed, on latest trend, global trend. I'm a member of that board. I'm also the only black member on ASIC. ASIC is Accreditation Services for International College in UK. That is the board that accredits and evaluates universities. I'm a member of the board.
Just like UK. National Universities Commission here.
Yes.
You are the only
black on that board.
Hey.
Yes. So if any African university wants an approval from the UK, I'm probably one of those that will be sent to vets. And yes, so I served on that board. So I'm very, very grassrooted in education, in oil and gas, and many other issues. I've also, by the virtue of my youthfulness and my business acumen, set up various businesses, supported a lot of young Nigerians in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. I have business interests in Nigeria, in Togo, in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, in many countries, in Dubai. Yes, because, and I am an example of that youth in Nigeria that shows that there is progress in doing the right thing. Yes, we belong to a club, a youth club, progressive youth in the world. Are you aware that there's a Nigerian called Chinedwe Chorom? Just by selling an app called Upstop to Apple, he sold that app for $1 billion. Wow. $1 billion. $1 billion today by Nigerian conversion is over 700 billion naira. How many states will generate 700 billion in 10 years? One individual, just by the power of information and education. For me, I believe that the biggest resources we have in Nigeria is the human resources. Beyond the minerals, gold, crude oil, we must begin to pay attention to developing the capacity of Nigerians. Once we are able to enhance our educational system, I believe so much. One of the biggest areas I will be focusing on is education. And I've said it many times, I will increase the budget to 20%. I will make sure that we have implementation. I will convert, the minds of Nigeria must be transformed. This one that you see Nigerians, they are traveling out. The youth of Nigeria have one big major option. The other options are minor. The first option many youth of Nigeria have is to leave Nigeria. Jackpot phenomenon. Many persons will stay now because of say that one never work, or they never get money, or they don't know how to do them.
Or they collect the money chop.
They don't.
No work.
So, but we need to begin to invest in. Once Nigerians are invested in, their eyes will be open to see opportunities in Nigeria. There are opportunities in Nigeria. No country be like Nigeria. I tell you, no country, even people like us, we don't travel everywhere. If you come back to Nigeria, there's a feeling you feel, this is my home. I'm telling you, there's no country like our own. So we must appreciate. We must invest.
Now me they talk am before, but I don't hear them from another person. We better pass me.
See our state like Zamfara State, where schools they don't shut down schools for 2 years. Maybe they go open some because of insecurity. Waiting go happen to those children future. Now we by ourselves go develop this country. If we don't give education to our children, we don't give education to ourselves, we don't make education a priority, believe me, our future will be blinked. So for me, it is very, very key. So that is why even myself and my VP, you can see that we are well read, we are well educated, and we are
well exposed.
We have this tolerance, which is what we need to tolerate ourselves.
Education without exposure, you got in own disadvantage.
Serious one. So
because somebody will be looking at things from an educational perspective, but when you have exposure, you'll be able to strike a balance between looking at it from that side and this angle. Continue, sir.
So like my vice say, he say when the university when they bomb me, no be only him. You know say even when they bomb me, now when our current president be head of state, me they bomb me when our current president be head of state. Me I don't even know when he be head of state, but I hear say when they bomb me, now he be head of state.
Are they secondary school?
So we grow up with the year in name. They tell us say now we be future of tomorrow.
Future leaders.
Today at the contest as president. He still be president. So where our future? As youth. No, and they talk to youth where they hear me everywhere. They say now we be future. This one our future now. He still be president at the contest as president. And by the grace of God, I know say he go hand over to me as the next president. Because you know what will happen? When I become president of Nigeria, now great motivation for Nigeria youth too.
Yes, now.
People will not, because Nigeria youth just believe say this issue of president not just for some few people. We not even feel aspire, we not feel dream. My becoming president of Nigeria, what you go do for the psychic of Nigeria? No be smart, you know.
Say hope day.
Hope day. People go realize their vision. People go believe. Say, in short, many next election. You know the number of youth will go come into power. People go believe. If this man fit do am, we fit do am. Now, they don't sign not too young to run bill.
I know the person who sponsored that bill. Now, Honorable Tony Nwolu. Now he sponsored that bill.
God will bless him.
Amen.
But as they sign now, we no one use them. One thing that to sign, another thing that to take advantage. Now they don't sign something will go help us. It means that when they come out, some youth go see me because I understand many we don't go through many mental torture. Where we say we don't even believe ourselves. Some youth go see me, they say, you should say this one fit do am. You should say not too small. I say no be their fault. We have gone through a lot of mental delusion. But I know say as we dey progress, God go dey help us, go dey open our eyes. Say for other part of the world, people of our age don't they take over the whole world. And if you look at Nigeria business economy, now even youth they excel. All these companies where you see, check them. Even if the company is owned by one old man, now youth be the brain behind the company. So we must not just be the tool of destruction alone. We can become the tool of development. That is it. So my coming into presidency, one is to make the youth realize that you can do it. We will not give up. We are going to do this till the end, and we believe that the result will be a good result for us.
Amen.
And will be a win for Nigeria.
Now, we want you to analyze Nigeria's problems sector by sector. After you don't tell us the problem where we get for education, problem where we get for agriculture, problem where we get for insecurity, problem where we get. If you know the origin, you tell us. If you don't know, you just tell us the problems. After you don't do and finish. Make una give am paper and biro. Then you go count the proper solution one by one. That one, now be the selling point of waiting you plan to do for Nigeria. But not be all of them you go break down. Because some of them, where they contest with you, no get brain. They go just copy waiting you talk. They go, so you go just give us executive summary where go make us understand, say, yes, you identify this problem. You see what you want to do about them, and many more things where you go do, but where you no go mention. See, in terms of this one, see what you go do, like our natural resources within the park, all these our mineral resources, all these precious stones and the rest within the park. What you go do about the foreigners? People will be say they no be citizens of this country, where they enter this country, can't they claim to be citizens of this country, so they then get paper past Nigerians. It never now about 2 weeks ago, now they give me my permanent voters card. This na permanent voters card where I don't pursue for 9 years. I don't know whether I understand. 2 elections happen, I no fit vote. Me, a Nigerian, a bona fide, grassrooted, Poto Nigerian. I know if you vote. Now just to the look. On the day of election, I go the look people where go they vote. Una way they abroad. Una way get business abroad, and our brothers and sisters in different parts of the world cannot participate in Nigeria's election. That is how backward we are. When we say a small gadget domiciled at the INEC office can connect with other gadgets around the world while the election is going on, and Nigerians can use their international passport to verify who they are and then cast their vote. But we are this backward that we cannot even afford to do that. So identify our problems as our challenges. Tell us the one way you know the cause, you talk. The one way you know the cause, you leave them. Then you go tell us waiting you go do differently. Waiting you go do to solve these problems. After you talk finish, we go open telephone line. Make Nigerians either commend you or ask you questions or tell you waiting they want make you do if you become the president by the grace of God.
Okay.
Make we appreciate them.
Number one, what I go do is I go put them together.
Okay.
So as I mentioned one, I go talk the solution.
Okay.
So that I go move to the next one.
That is what a teacher can. Let's appreciate.
I go talk the solution. Number one problem we will get for Nigeria, we say if we don't solve that problem, we cannot move forward as a nation. Is that we don't have a systemic economy. Systemic economy to mean that we run an economy without data. We must begin to digitalize our economy. In short, I don't talk say my number one executive order. Now to make sure that once I enter, in 8 months, we must switch the digital mode of all the MDAs.
Ministry, departments, and agencies.
No parastatals must work analog. Because when you operate an analog system in a 21st century, you give room for corruption and dysfunctional system. We must, so that is an executive order. We must digitalize our operation from the ministries, departments, and the agencies of Nigeria. It's very key. So once we have a digital economy running as a nation, believe me, we'll be able to monitor, we'll be able to implement, we'll be able to activate, we'll be able to know where we are and where we ought to be as a nation. It's very, very important. The difference between Nigeria and many other countries we see today, now digital economy. If you enter a shop for another country, they go know who you be. They go know your number. Once they put your number, some country call a social security number. Once they put that for their system, they go know where you dey. Bank today no fit easily give loan because they don't even know the identity of Nigeria is not known. You just talk and say you apply for a card and
permanent voters card
many years.
Yes,
it's
sir.
because we don't have a proper digital system. If you go ministries like some ministries for Nigeria, foreign affairs and some place, you go see paper pile up. Tomorrow if you go, that letter don't lose. You go start again.
Yes, sir.
We cannot run a country like that. And the only person who join are digital youths like us.
But sir, TSA na digital via analog.
That one now, they know be say
they thief money through TSA and IPPIS.
Yes. We go talk now. Wait, now part of the issue be that once you build a digital system, it must be vetted by a third-party system. Now, where the problem is for Nigeria, they don't want to make the vet am. That is why the IPPS where they talk.
Can we clap now?
Yes.
So every digitalized system must be verified by a third-party system.
To check whether this thing, whether they don't write program, will go favor one person. Look, the IPPS, they say one person they collect 16,000 naira from people's salary. As they pay salary, from that same software, some people they collect money. Why you think say ASU they fight? ASU self no say problem did that IPPS. That's why they say me they won't use UTAS. Another one. They use them. So if I understand these things, once people build them, you must check the loophole because now programming. Person will write programming from every transfer. If they collect 1 kobo,
yes,
you must check times the number of Nigeria population. Somebody come here now. I don't want to talk about that because say some people collect money from remission. Now all those software it must be verified. See, digitalized system is very good, but if it is not properly done, you can also become a loophole to siphon the government.
In fact, worse than analog.
Yes, so we know how to do them. and we go allow Nigeria to vet it, to check it, and to give us an accurate what's called result from it. It's very key for me. We go do them. Another issue, see, for Nigeria, everybody is talking about president corrupt. You know, see some office there, we corrupt past president office. People know they look at them. The main vehicle for achieving development in government is civil service.
Bring her to my office.
There must be a total civil service reform. A total overhauling of the civil service reform. One, good reward system for them. Those people will work. Look at Nigeria and what's it called, corporal, constable. If they serve finish, what might be their gratuity? Some of them, not 3 million naira.
Yes.
After they serve many years.
And they're not going to give them the 3 million at once. They go scatter the money for their hand.
A pure water seller self
can make 3 million in 10 years.
What 10 years? In 1 year. A pure water seller, yes.
Then police constable or corporal, 35 years.
So we must change that reward system, so that reward system will make them work. This corruption we will talk about, what they have for civil service and the rest of them. Now something costs them too. Because if there is no reward for hard work, people want to eat their reward now.
Yes, sir.
So we must give them that confidence that if you serve your country after 35 years of service, there is something good waiting for you.
Your country should touch you back on the back and say, well done, well done.
So it's important we review and reform that civil service properly, not what they do now.
What about pensioners, sir?
Not the same thing. Not the pension. Now people will work for. Now that reward, we will talk with that. It must be well done. Once people are giving reward, today we talk about the youth for Nigeria. Say youth for Nigeria. They did into this, they did into that. Many of us, when we small, some of us, we see some of our papa, we serve for civil servants. When they finish, they become poor. They can't be like saying the only person we corrupt. Now
they succeed.
Now the reward system, we need to overhaul that reward system and reward good work in Nigeria. For me, civil service reform is very key. 2, digitalization of the Nigeria economy is very, very important. Digitalization of Nigeria economy is very wide, to the extent of even numbering Nigerians.
Yes.
No, we have the NIM system.
Yes, sir.
That one not today effective. We must jump in the way that say one of the biggest collateral for giving credit na identification. Bank today for Nigeria, they try you. Many of them get bad debt. You know why? Because once you give, you they try now. You say, if I say you they do empowerment program here, you know what you they face. We sometimes we go call people, okay, collect money, come back. We don't go see them again.
They don't work.
You don't go see them again. And the one where they wait, go see they wait to collect
some
more.
Of them go they talk, say, na money where government give you, now you they share. So they don't collect their share. They don't work go.
So that is it. So first is reform of civil service. Second is digitalization of, and third, we talk about the issue of security. Me, I don't do research and physical evidence. I say one of the biggest challenge for our insecurity for Nigeria, na Nigerian porous border. One of them, apart from many things, economic hardship, another. But Nigeria, we have now more than 1,400 illegal routes into Nigeria. 1,400 illegal routes into Nigeria unmanned.
Not the official entry, so
1,400 illegal routes into Nigeria unmanned.
Nobody there to
now the local people, maybe they go to collect money for people. We have so many of them. We must, as a nation, if you cannot guide yourself as a nation when you are so porous.
You have like person where they brag, say I dey inside room, I'm secured. Window they open, no burglary. Door they open, no burglary. Just because you put roof on top of the house, no mean say the house they secure.
No.
Or you lock door, lock window, the roof they open.
Now so
no ceiling.
So the issue of security, we must look at our border control very well. We must begin to man all illegal routes to avoid illegal entrance into Nigeria, because most of these banditry and terrorism we have in Nigeria, now people where they come inside Nigeria can't they do them. No be our Nigerian people. We live for Lagos. We know Fulani people and Hausa. They not be bad people. For Lagos, where we come from, people we even trust people from this other side pass ourselves. We know them. When I grow up, people where they live with us, now them Fulani and Hausa. They live with us. We know their character. all these people they cause this problem, many of them no
Na
be
foreign,
now people they come from outside of this country, and at these porous borders that have been unmanned for many
You
years.
get one time where I hear them for news say they carry arms, they pass through Nigeria, they catch them, whether an Air Force catch them or be the people come talk say na France, then they carry and go. I been aware. Niger, whether Niger or in Niger, they carry and go. Which the thing we go make them go arrest the thing. Be say Nigerian government no they aware. You can imagine, and now and arms and ammunitions they carry, they pass through Nigeria to another country. How are we even sure say no be as they catch them now and they begin to change story? So continue, sir.
So it's very, very important that for us to have peace in Nigeria, we must look at our borderline. We must also need to begin to digitalize our security operations. You know, we have gotten to a time where the world is now adopting artificial intelligence in security management, not just human intelligence. As a country, we don't even get satellites, for example, where they monitor us. The one where they say it don't expire. Sometimes we even still need to pay China to give us some information.
Can you imagine?
Our senator, president, vice president, they use MTN and Globalcom. Sorry, I not say you no good, me they no use them, but as government official, you see the world is
You're
protecting.
supposed to be using satellite phone.
The world is protecting against information security. They are, because president of a nation, I can tell you, make decisions on phone majorly. We don't see countries where we say spy. Go and check spy technology. Some countries they spy by hacking into your mobile devices. It don't happen before for other country now. Where
My own is permanently hacked. Everything where they do for my phone, then they monitor. Now, my own are permanent. Before it they worry me. Now I am comfortable with it because I don't get anything to hide. So if I cough for my phone, they know. If you send me a message, they know. If I send you a message, they know. Anything what they do, they know. You get one time where they hack my phone to one level where then they call zero-click hacking. You know what that one mean? The phone go there like this. You know on them, but your microphone they activated. Everything when they discuss, then they hear them. If they can't take your people, your associates as soft target, even if you hide your phone, those your soft target where you did around all the time, they go activate the microphone of their phones. You have nowhere to hide. So I know they hide anything. I no get anything to hide. 500 million, I no get to go pay. So continue, sir. So
that is it. So we must war against information security by investing usually in our space satellites, investing usually in technology, and making sure that our information as a country is well protected. That still boils down to digital economy and digital revolution. Let's look at the issue of power. Power. A country without adequate power and electricity
cannot progress.
And the problem with power is simple. Is the fact that the power industry has been monopolized. And I tell you, one thing when we go do when I become president is to first unbundle that National Electric Regulation Commission. I'm telling you.
NEC.
Yes, so that Nigeria can power generation, power distribution and transmission, we will look at it properly and would liberalize that sector to allow more investor come in that way. Nigeria,
but you know, this privatization way they do give discos when they play better music. You know, say this discos being talk say then get money to provide meter to do everything. After they give them the licenses, federal government can't they give them money? Are you aware?
Of course. And do you know? You know how much every year we talk say with the budget so amount of money for generation of power. Have you asked yourself what about the electric tariff where Nigeria they pay? Where that money they go? Every year, I can tell you, Nigeria pay more than $2 billion to as
who?
Tariff. Where the money they go? There is huge corruption in that sector. Almost every sector. Now, no be new thing. We will unbundle that commission and ensure that power generation, distribution, and transmission is liberalized. That is how it's being done. For common, you know, so Nigeria is still one of the few African countries whenever we produce power for itself. Some countries for West Africa way small. I don't want to mention their name.
Mention, I beg.
Like
Mention,
Togo.
catch us.
Like Togo. Go there. We sit there here with the thing say we'll be giant of Africa. Many countries we don't finish you.
Giant Papa Lolo.
Some countries they here that they produce 24 hours, they get 24. What is they wrong? The problem with power sector is that some people are only reaping from the pain of Nigerians. So, and a sincere leader must come in. How do we say, you know what it will be if Nigeria get 24 hours power? We will be able to run a 24 hours economy. When we are able to run a 24 hours economy, job creation doubles by itself.
Oh,
that is it.
My goodness. Nigeria's economy is one economy that goes to sleep once it is evening until the following day. And you expect Nigeria to compete with economies that is 247. Our own economy once, okay, too much public holiday. Today too, na public holiday. Tomorrow, public holiday. Salah go come, public holiday. Maulid go come, public holiday. Easter go come, public holiday. New Year, public holiday. Apart democracy, Children's Day, Father's Day, Uncle's Day, Grandmother's Day, Burial Day, all of them, public holiday full everywhere. For a country that is not maximally productive, a country that once it is 4 o'clock, 4:35, the economy is shut down until the following day. And you think we will ever make progress like this? God bless you, sir. Make we appreciate them.
Thank you. So we must look at that power reform. It's very important. Since 1999, we have spent trillions of naira trying to produce power. You know, since that time till now, we have never produced more than 6,000 megawatts. And what we need in Nigeria to service Nigeria is 100,000 megawatts. We have 45 million households. A company for India, one company for India, they produce more power than Nigeria as a country. Just one company.
In India?
Yes, Reliance Global. Go and check them. They produce more power for their own company past the 4,000 megawatts where we don't produce since 1960 of independence.
Wait, Your Excellency, sir. This Indian company, then they produce power where plenty pass
Nigeria power
within
together.
Nigeria as a country they produce.
Yes.
And this power where they produce now for waiting that they use and do.
They get the owner of the company now, Mukesh Ambani. Go check the company. They get power, they get nuclear company, they get their own company, they get telecom. I say waiting that company they produce as a company,
yes, sir,
to service their own operation.
Oh, for themselves alone.
Yes. And some other, maybe they see they sell and give some other communities. Pass waiting Nigeria since 1960, since independence till now, waiting will feel produce. So it will tell you that we are not yet serious to run a country. No, we are not yet, because we don't monopolize a sector that is a national necessity for development. You don't monopolize it. When you monopolize, you only allow few players who are making money. If we don't, Nigeria need power.
Any sector that is a necessity to national development should not be monopolized. Should not.
Especially when it has not met its demand. When it's here to meet its demand for the people. What we need is an aggressive power production, transmission. We should liberalize it. Now you cannot even sell power. You cannot generate power. You can only generate for personal use. You cannot sell. We must, because we need to have that power. And that is one area we must. Because if a government can solve the issue of power in Nigeria, you would have created huge enabling environment for the private sector to strive. Nigerians are resourceful people. What they only need is that enabling environment. Create enabling environment for Nigeria and see what will happen to Nigeria. That is what we will be doing. And like I said, my government will give 4-month ultimatum. 4-month ultimatum to provide protection and guide to all 1,400 illegal borders in Nigeria protection.
They must block them.
Yes.
In 4 months' time.
We will give an ultimatum of 4 months to make sure, because this is a country. For us to run country, we must sit down together and begin to run this country together. And we must take steps that are very, very important. Another thing where I see also is I talk about aggressive national database of all Nigerians within the first 1 year. It's a very tedious work of my administration to enable our country run a data economy which will in turn convert our nation to one capable of having a credit economy. We cannot run a credit economy in Nigeria because we don't have data as a nation. Another issue where I also see where we say we don't study, where we must do, now the issue of reconstitution of our traditional leaders. Because if we talk say development is local, we must begin to devolve power to those that are in the grassroots. We must begin to ensure that we bring in traditional rulers and we empower them. I will explain this. We empower them in a way that they can truly function. Today, the traditional rulers we have in Nigeria, many of them, they are not serving the purpose of their leadership. Many of them, they are under the, what will I call, the mercy of the governors of the states. Because the system whereby a governor can sack a traditional rulers.
Yes.
The traditional ruler become a slave.
Yes, sir.
So me, I will
They
reverse
cannot
it.
even tell them the truth anymore.
The traditional rulers in Nigeria will be appointed by their people. Now only their people have the right to remove them if they want to remove them by going through a democratic process.
You know,
this is a democracy.
You know, before, traditional rulers can tell the government the truth to their face.
It cannot happen again.
But today, a first-class emir or a first-class chief, according to what they put for ground, must take permission from the state governor. In fact, from the local government chairman. Then this local government chairman will confirm from the governor before a first class like Oba of Benin now, His Royal Majesty, like Emir of Kano now, like for Yoruba land, the highest person, Oni of Ife. Can you imagine a governor that will do just 4 years and go?
We must.
Somebody will just wake up as a governor, destroy the traditional institutions, remove this, replace this, cause commotion, use politics to cause commotion amongst people. Continue, sir.
I'm telling you, because many Nigerians may not see the reason for this, but it's very, very important that traditional rulers must be given that respect as it was in the old. Not only Nigeria, go to a country like other countries. Even for UK, they get their traditional institution, which is widely respected. For US, for other country, we must give that power back to them. We must ensure that they do the right thing. Of course, let them be appointed by their people, and let their people have the right to revote if they need to be removed. We are a democratic country, and everything we do must be democratically done. If, for example, a traditional ruler has misbehaved and needs to be removed, let it be that it's the same people that selected them.
Say, according to our tradition, what you have done is an abomination. You know, it goes sweet. Even the people go, okay, recently, Nigeria can't celebrate, say Germany returned our
artifacts.
To me, as a president of a country, as soon as bring them come, we are go keep them for inside containers by the riverside first. Make I observe. You don't know what thing they don't put into those artifacts. You don't know what thing they don't program into. You don't know cameras. You don't know spy gadgets where they don't put on top. You don't know why it be saying and now they won't return them. How much money they don't make from with the exhibition where they don't take those things do. How are we sure these are the original ones? Continue, sir.
So the issue of the tradition where they talk is a very important one, because once we politicize our traditional heritage, will lose a lot of things as a country. In short, even this campaign what they do, you get some state where we won't meet traditional rulers. They go they fear to talk. Because they say we are now a party. Traditional ruler is a father to all.
So if a PDP is a governor, if the governor is a PDP person, automatically that traditional ruler must be loyal to PDP, and he cannot say anything against PDP. Traditional ruler, traditional stool don't finish.
It don't finish with that now. So how you go fit govern your people? Will be say some of them now another different party. How will you be able? So that is why most empowerment that is channeled through traditional line does not get to the grassroots because it goes through political line eventually. So we must neutralize that and ensure that the traditional leaders represent their people truly, represent the interests of their people, and they should be free in this democratically raised. Look at what happened for Oshu now, where a new governor enter. He commotes two person, where the other one. Now, what thing go happen be that? Once that, what thing will they do now? It will get to a time where we say, person for another state go become traditional leader for another place. They will just bring person.
Yes.
Which is already happening in some places. So you now see that traditional rulers are not truly the representative of their people. They have been rejected, but they are just there. So we must go back to our heritage and make sure that it's a very key, especially when we look at security as an issue now. Traditional leaders play a lot of role in making sure that their territories and their places are secured by providing information to government. That doesn't mean that they will not submit to the governors or they will not work with the state. They will. But we just need to do things in the right way. For me, I've seen that as a major challenge, and one of the things we will be working with total prison reform. Our prison is a dead zone. So some of these things where they write now based on experience where me don't see. Me, I don't release 200 prisoners. I don't enter prison. I don't see as prison be. A prison is supposed to be a place that will take your comfort but not your life. A prison is a rehabilitation center. Nigeria prison today, if somebody will not be criminal, enter prison, spend 2 years, he go come out as a criminal. Person will be say not be criminal. If he enter Nigerian prison, stay 2 years there, before he come out, he go turn to criminal. That is not the purpose of prison. We must have a total prison reform. Treat Nigerians well, even if they are criminals. Let them be sentenced to prison. Let them be there. Let their life be transformed so that they can fit back into the society. It's a very, very important aspect for us as government. We also look at the issue of we look at the issue of constitution. Our constitution is a big challenge, and we are also going to Constitution of National Reconciliation Committee for National Peace, Progress and Unity, and fully implementation of the outcome leading to a constitutional review and implementation. Me, I agree, say some things differ our constitution. Where we say we need to adjust. Because look at the issue of Nigeria today, the issue of state police, the issue of a lot of things where they happen for this country. Recently, the House, they won't pass water bill. Say
which one be water bill again?
Say anything where they for water, na federal government get them. We must begin to give resource control to states. We are talking about the issue of state control.
So even fish?
Yes, you must get license to collect fish. In a country, we are still a third world nation. Yes. You get something we know if you do. We know if just copy. We know if just copy UK or America. People see they go fish to survive.
To survive.
And they look at a way to bring more poverty.
They just talking like this. Or a villager, poor villager, go river to get fish. They go arrest him, say he do sabotage, economic sabotage.
No, we no go do that one. We would also enforce state resource control. Make states have access to control their resources. It's very, very important, at least to a large extent. We would enforce to ensure that states by themselves have access to be creative, to generate internal revenue for themselves. There's a lot of things in the state. We have a lot of resources all across Nigeria. Mineral resources, human resources, capacities. What federal government must do is to give that environment for states to prosper.
Thank you.
Help them to harness their resources. Help them to export and make money. Let me give an example of what is likely to happen. Now, we have discovered crude oil in Komani oil field in Gombe, the boundary between Gombe and Bauchi. They have discovered oil in the north. But a problem will happen in few years to come. Yes. Similar to what we have in Niger Delta. Once you discover oil, the first thing you must do before IOCs, like International Oil and Gas Company, IOC, start coming, train the people of the community to be ready to pick the job. If you don't train them, once the IOC comes, the people of that community will be working as gate man, cleaners. After some years, they go see people from Lagos, from abroad, from France, pick a job. Those ones will earn 5 million naira per month. There will be community crisis. So the universities in Bauchi, universities in Gombe should start reviewing their constitution and their course syllabus to start having oil and gas management training, to start having roster bar, derrick man, two pusher, people that can do the job before this investment comes in. It's very key. So we must begin, federal government must be looking at this thing critically to avoid. Some people say oil is a blessing, but the black oil can bring a cost.
Yes, sir.
The cost is when you don't train your people, because there's a clause in the local content that says that if the people is not competent, then you can bring an expatriate. So by the time nobody is competent, you even see a cook offshore for Nigeria, cook offshore now from France.
Hi.
That's where they cook. They could say, why? I say, because no Nigerian is competent to work as a cook offshore. So we must begin to invest in our Nigerian people. We must begin to see areas that is very important. Major issue again we have in Nigeria is the issue of national integration. We have been divided so much as a country. And the reason is simple. We must run a true federal character country. We must ensure that appointment, everything we do as a country, we do it in line with the federal character. Look at the security, what we're currently having now. You know, when a federal government run a federal government by choosing from one side of the country, you create chaos. So you must ensure that your empowerment program goes around. For me, even for us, we talk something, we'll become the first government that will create a commission called Family Commission. We look at waiting there for China. China industrialization mechanism is done by family line. If you go China today, before you go see big factory, you go see many small factory. Some people dey for their room, small room like this, they produce bottle. Government must begin to target empowerment through family line. So we must create a ministry that will target families so that we will look at the business viabilities of this location, and then we empower family to produce for the community, and excess will be exported to other communities and outside the country. If we do that, what we have done is this: we'll be creating family job. Some people go graduate, they go join their family. Instead of them go look for work, they say, family, I want work with my family. That is how to run a country.
Somebody can maybe inspired by the family line of business to say, this is what I'm going to study in the university, so that when I come, I will be able to upgrade the family business to the next level.
Yes. So we must deliberately target empowerment through family line. We must empower people. And there's also something here about employment. Let me say this quickly, because I say this, I have said it, that out of all the presidential candidates, truth, privately, I don't know whether anybody there for the presidential candidate we don't employ people reach me. Yes, in terms of employment, massive employment. So I understand the real reason for unemployment for Nigeria, and I go talk on today. Maybe nobody, president candidate, don't talk on. One of the major reasons why there is high level of unemployment for Nigeria, apart from government, bad roads, no power, is lack of trust. Employers' lack of trust for people that will work with him. And there is no sufficient law that protects most employer in case of business sabotage. So once we are able to create a law that, there's already a law, once we are able to effectively implement that law that protects employers in Nigeria from business sabotage and theft, and the process of implementation is fast, believe me, most employers in Nigeria will be able and will be willing to duplicate their business. So that woman where they sell akara for road, go fee open another akara shop. That man where they sell pure water, go fee. Once Nigerian employers
expansion go happen,
can duplicate, can expand, believing that anybody where I bring come, even if they steal my business, government will protect me. Once they have that confidence, in a year, Nigeria can increase the number of employment to 20 million. Government should not be in the business of doing business. Create an enabling environment. Private sector will take over the business. Another we are going to do, we will start giving tax rebates, because we must look at people living with disabilities. In Nigeria, people living with disabilities, we have 27 million of them for Nigeria. I can tell you that 26 million of people living with disability are living in abject poverty. Why? Because there is no opportunity for them. We live in a community or a world where there is no equal opportunity for people living with disabilities. So for us, we'll be encouraging employers like it is everywhere. Why can't we give tax rebates, tax holiday, tax waiver for employers that employ people with disabilities? It's happening everywhere. You must begin to deliberately do things. You must give special bursary to people living with disabilities to go to school. You must support them. We're also going to be giving something called, it's an advanced word, but it's called, carbon tax for companies that operate in line with low carbon emission. That is about climate change, because I'm a climate professional, and we are also going to be looking at that. We are going to invest usually in alternative energy. Today the world is driving at alternative energy. We would ensure that 2 hours is not enough for us to discuss about our plan to revitalize and change the Nigeria to a Nigeria country that we want. But one thing I always say before I leave the mic.
By 10:30, we will open the telephone line.
Yes, one thing I always say before I drop the mic is this. Me, I believe, say, all this thing where I talk now, anybody fit talk am, but now who go do am? And the person wey go do am, na person be say, he not be friend to people wey cause the problem. Now, all this thing where I talk now, people cause this problem. So once you are dealing with recycle leaders who are friends, who are part of the problem, they cannot solve it all. Some of this thing where I talk now, some of them go here now, they go use them for their other interview, but they don't go do them because they are part of the problem. So we need a neutral, a fresh leader who is not in that circle, who will come in and solve the problem, so that after 8 years, when will they come out, we will leave a better country, a country with 24 hours power, a country that will, in short, I believe, say there are 3 professions that we must give a marginal and an increased minimum wage. Those 3 professions, one is healthcare, teacher, and security personnel. You must take care of those 3 people if you want to have,
including the judiciary, sir. Judiciary. If the judge is hungry, if the judge is not happy, you don't expect it.
Well, I'm not saying that we'll not take care of everybody. Will be
but priority, okay.
These people, we have neglected them too long. Now, how many healthcare workers do we have in Nigeria? Many of them are running away.
Jackpot.
Recently, a country just came to Nigeria and started recruiting Nigerian teachers. Very soon, you might not have teachers again in Nigerians. Who will teach you? Is it not what you are taught that you will know? Security, why do you think security are not doing what they're supposed to do? Once security men are not properly taken care of, there's likelihood they will work for the criminals they're supposed to protect you against. So we must give attention to this, and I believe we'll have a way forward.
Thank you. Make we appreciate her. Thank you. Make we appreciate them. My brothers, my sisters, the number to call if you date for outside Nigeria now +234 81 88 89 1011. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
What be your name? Where you Devano from?
My name is Audu, calling from Katie.
Audu from Katie?
Yes, sir.
What be your country?
I will start appreciating you. May God reward you, and may God help you with us still there to pray for you.
Amen.
All evil hands shall never touch you.
Amen. Amen. And you too, sir.
And also all this message where the letter where you read in the morning. I just want to comment on it more because that day where you expect the governor, you also play back the audio. If they not listen to the first one, they have been able to listen to the second one to know what is happening. All the allegation where they put inside the letter, they have take time to know what happened inside the audio. You understand? But it never too late. If to play the audio, they need to hear the thing again. If you play the audio, make they understand.
Okay, make I do repeat broadcast so that the Greenfield chambers go hear the
yes, maybe they not hear the other one where you play, or they not hear the day when he come, the thing when you talk. Maybe they not hear. So if you replay them again.
Okay.
Because that 15 million where they say make you pay.
No, 500 million. 500 million naira.
My ordinary, God is with you.
Thank you.
We cannot sleep as far as they cannot sleep.
Thank you, sir.
And God is with us.
Thank you.
No matter how.
Thank you.
We
so
not go
much.
pay the money and make them go anywhere where they want go as far as now woman being go judge the case.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make we appreciate them. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ordinary President.
Okay, now who me and I'm Devano for radio and TV telephone.
Poto.
Hey, Your Excellency, distinguished Ambassador Poto, the Brekete family ambassador in France. How France this morning?
Fine, sir. Once again, I am thanking you and appreciating you for this platform.
Thank you.
May God Almighty, may the peace and love of God always be with you and your crew.
Amen, and you too, sir.
Ordinarily, say, now only fool, they say there is no God. But you will see his evidence very soon. God is watching everything. You see, that's where they go native doctor. Make him try. Google. What native doctor they eat before he die. You see, Queen's English can never eradicate mouth odor. You see that thing where they send to you, that letter. You get one book where I read. It says nobody talks nonsense. That you can use the nonsense when somebody talks, take do something. That paragraph 4 and 5 and 6 where they write. That person, that man will write up. He just can't expose the governor, hands down. That thing where he line up, and so the man be. And you don't make known to all of us. You see, that one apart.
We are still waiting to hear from the governor. The Central Bank governor.
Governor must come. We are all Nigerians. He must come. We are all human beings. Professor Sarajare, you see, thank you for stepping your foot there.
He's talking to you, sir.
This platform, the platform has made us to know that there are intelligent people in the society today. Because me, I don't know the man. I never hear about them. But the confusion where they our society now, they come one by one. We don't know who to vote now. They don't say, may the will of God be done.
Yes, sir. Amen.
Honestly speaking, you see, there's one thing where you talk. And I want, you see, we don't talk about New Nigeria and United Nigeria. So that we should sit down together and run the country together. No be this kind of one where they change money, they blue to red. I bet that they pray, maybe they don't come change Gary, because Nigeria is the strength of Nigeria's leader.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Pata.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God will continue to guide and protect you.
Amen. And you too, sir. Make we appreciate Ambassador Pata.
My brother, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, sir. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
My honorary president.
Nahumi Anamdevano. Your name now?
This is Michael Madu calling from Malaysia.
Hey, Michael Madu from Malaysia.
Yes, sir. I thank you and I appreciate you for all your good works. God Almighty will continue to bless you.
Amen, and you too, sir.
The enemies.
You hear the letter where I read this morning?
Sir, I have a question for this our incoming president, sir. I want to ask him what is his take on this intervention or influence of Britain, DEC in Nigeria? What is his take there? Because these people are destroying Nigeria, and the way people do campaign, they carry our campaign go to Europe, and Britain has never come to Nigeria when they are doing their own campaign. So this kind of thing, what has he to say about it? Will he be part of this kind of issue? Will he allow Britain to influence his government? Or will he use his own power to drive them out from Nigeria? Because they are contributing 90% of Nigerian problem as we face now. Thank you, sir.
You hear within demand us? We will take another call. You make you the right time down. No? Hello, good morning. From France to Malaysia, Malaysia to... Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Waiting beyond where you know from? The network bad. Make we take another call. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Waiting be your name, where you know from, waiting be your contributor?
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, your name, sir.
And yeah. Hello?
Your name, sir. What is your name, sir?
Yeah, I'm Brekete. I'm calling from Germany, from Essen. I have a contribution. In fact, I have a question for your candidate.
You never introduce yourself properly. Be like say you the vex as you enter so.
No.
So
it's because of the connection. I'm calling from Germany. It's early in the morning. So I'm Brekete. I run a podcast called Brekete. I'm Henry Pinder.
So what is your name, sir?
Henry Pinder. Just say Henry Pinder.
Henry Pinder. Henry, waiting. Not the vex. Take him easy as a
Pinder. I said Henry Pinder.
Now it is clear. Make we appreciate him. Go ahead with your question,
sir. Good morning, Ordinary President.
Morning, sir.
Okay. Ordinary President, my question is because I believe.
And make you not be like saying I make kotamu. I know kotam. So make we take another.
Okay. Yeah.
It's breaking. Why don't you now it be like say na data na internet intake they call me.
The network. Hello?
Can you use another line to call back, please?
Okay, I will try it.
Please. +234 81 88 89 10 11. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Waiting be your name, where you Devano from?
My name is Steve, calling from Liverpool.
Jude from Liverpool.
Yes.
Okay, waiting be your contributed.
I have a question for the incoming president.
Go ahead, sir.
With the rate of corruption in Nigeria, how is he going to fight this corruption? And the people that are stealing the money, how is he going to regain the money back from them?
Okay, how is he going to recover stolen money from our thieves?
From the chiefs. We call them chiefs. The people stealing our money. How is he going to recover the money? How is he going to punish them?
Okay, make we allow him answer this few, then we come back again.
Okay. So
Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, quick. Let me to respond to the question of foreign policy. First, our government would expand our relationship with other countries. Today, we have a very careful relationship, let me use that word, with many countries of the world. There are many countries of the world who don't find it comfortable in doing business with Nigeria. And that is largely because of our attitude and the attitude of our government. So we are going to reform those policies and begin to have more friendly relationship with many countries all over the world. We need to build relationship with countries, starting from West Africa. We need to have good relations because Nigerians are also in these countries. The kind of relationship we have with other countries also determine how they treat Nigerians in those countries and the relationship and the prosperity of our nation. However, our relationship will be constructed in a way that will not be on a side of the table or a disadvantaged side of the table. It must be a win-win relationship, a relationship that will be of benefit to Nigeria as a whole and also to their country. Very, very important. If you look at my business analysis, I've been one person that have also by myself, I have a superior reasoning, a superior intellectual capacity to deal with any personality in the world in terms of discussion and having to build a formidable policies that I have demonstrated in my business. That is why I have expanded my business to various parts of the world. I'm very exposed. I'm a diplomatic person. I also understand how to negotiate. Of course, I won't be doing it alone. We'll be building a team that will be focused at value and ensuring that Nigeria build a formidable relationship with other nations of the world to enhance our prosperity as a nation. And if there is any policy that is making Nigeria as a country not to benefit, we'll review it, we'll look at it, and we will make it a policy that prosper Nigeria and our people. The second question is the question of corruption. Corruption is one of the biggest demons that has eaten all our economy. As a matter of fact, Nigeria has lived too long in corruption that many Nigerians are now so comfortable in corruption. And the reason is because we don't have a system. That is why when ordinary president asked me, the first thing I mentioned, I said, we must build a systemic economy. Once you don't have a system that monitor, that tracks, that review, that implements, once people can do things manually without being checked, we must have a system. It's very important. We must begin to digitalize our economy. A digital economy will discourage corruption. Yes, and it will not encourage so many of the inept attitude that we have today in Nigeria. Then we must also give full independence to our judiciary. Once our judiciary begins to have judiciary independence and people who do wrong are being punished, believe me, Nigeria will sit up. And largely, somebody said, we are in a system where many of the government functionaries, many of the directors and civil servants are already used to the pattern of corruption. How do you fight them? We are only used to the system because that is what the system permits. Once there's a change in the system, Nigeria will adjust. That is why when Nigeria leave the shore of Nigeria and they travel to another country where there is a better system, they adjust to that system. And what you must do is that once you have a leader at the end of affair who is by himself not corrupt, who is coming with a clean hand, believe me, it will be difficult for anybody to fight. And this we must do is to ensure that every policies we enact or we implement these are policies that is geared towards uplifting the welfare of the people. Once a government is seen by the people as the government of the people, let me tell you, those people who are causing problem for Nigerians are less than 1% of Nigerian population. I'm telling you. So once that 1% people stand and the 99% people see that this man is a man that stands for us, 99% of people will stand against them and Nigeria will win eventually. This is the wisdom we are going to apply to bringing back Nigeria into a prosperous nation. Yeah, thank you. So these are some of the things we must do as a country. We must begin to run a federal character system. Like I talk about the issue of bursary. I'm so passionate about education. I'm sorry that many people say, is it just education you are going to do? I say education will be it will be close to 40% of what we'll be doing, because an educated country is a prosperous country. You know that recent statistics shows that we are having over 20 million people out of school. 20 million. Some West African countries are not up to 20 million as a country. 20 million Nigerians out of school. Nigerians are the persons that will help to develop Nigeria. And again, we must involve Nigerians in diaspora in developing Nigerians, because many of them today have the exposure needed. Our team will be selecting credible team. Our selection of our team to develop Nigeria will be done through a transparent process. It's like somebody looking for a job. And
so if you win now, these other people that are contesting with you, is there any likeliness of you picking one or two of them to join your government?
First, I'll be running an all-inclusive government. We must know that we must stop the attitude of when we win, we have won for Nigeria. First.
Okay.
We are all running under various platforms because we have an aspiration. Once we have won for Nigeria. And if there are candidates who are willing, who have that character, who have the value, who have what it takes to work with us, why not? Why not?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Nahumi and I'm Devano. Where you Devano from? Waiting be your contributor.
My name is Patient. I'm Devano from UK.
Okay, Newcastle. Which part of UK, ma?
Newcastle, sir.
Okay, waiting be your contributor. His Excellency there for studio.
Okay, good morning, sir. My question to you is that I'm so happy that most of the commentary that you made, some of them are the ideas I also have in mind. Like, for example, you made mention of trying to, you have to appoint your judiciary, your police, and even the
security and the royal fathers, traditional institutions.
So I so love it so much. And my question to him is this: sir, before the election, will you approve that the Nigerian Constitution, which I see that is a big problem to us, that there should be a review of our Nigerian Constitution before the election, so that immunity will be removed? If we want to fight corruption in Nigeria, the immunity should be removed first.
Okay.
So that anybody who has been caught in any corruption manner or who has looted money will step aside and face whatever he has done and be punished.
Whatever.
It should not be done.
Okay.
Are you listening?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, ma. Go ahead, ma.
So, if that Nigerian Constitution is being reviewed, I believe it will be a very good thing and a step forward for Nigeria. The Constitution is our problem, sir. You might say it's not our problem, but it's our problem. They should review it.
Okay.
Many powers are being given to our political politicians, like the president and the governors. Many powers are being given. Immunity should be removed.
Okay.
If you are caught in corruption, step aside, face the law, and if really there's evidence that you have looted the money, you should be punished. Not for the poor, but also from the president down to the ordinary Nigerian.
But not mere allegation that is unfounded. You understand? Not mere allegation. Like even this CBN governor matter and the CBN.
Yes.
Now allegation it be. Now allegation. Now for them to just talk in own side of the story, whether waiting alleged not true.
You should step aside, face whatever allegation they lay against him.
Okay.
Face the law. Say what is in his mind. If he has not done it, let him show evidence. If the money they are accusing him of looting, he should tell Nigerians what to use the money for. And wherever the money is, he should bring it out.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Nahumi and I'm Devanoso.
Yeah, my name is Jerry. I call for UK.
Okay, which part of UK, Jerry?
I hold the street very close to Manchester.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my contribution to this thing. The man on the studio is my brother. I'm from Ekuma, very close to his village. I know it's Kopan. Understand? And what I want to know, because in my side, in Epoma, I can't even hear about that party. What are they doing for most people to know about the party?
Okay.
Can you get me?
Yes, I get it.
I know this. I know the man's compound. I'm from Epoma. He's from Uhiele. It's very close to me.
Okay.
Most people in our village now, you cannot even hear of the Accord Party. That's what I want to know. How are they doing for them to let people know about the party? Because it's my brother.
Okay, thank you. But is this man a good man or a bad man? Thank God, you somebody like you.
Yeah, I know his family.
No, not being family. Is this man a good man?
Yeah, the way he speak, the way he started.
Not be the way he speak. Everybody can speak well. Is this man a good man?
Yeah, he's a good man.
Okay, so thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
Now, who me and I'm Devano for radio and TV telephone?
This is Binta Abubakar.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Binta Abubakar, the Brekete family ambassador in Spain. May your organ never suffer with pain.
Amen. I know you never suffer with pain.
Amen.
My ordinary. I love you so much.
I love you too.
You're a great man.
Thank you. You're great.
May God continue to bless you.
Amen. And you
May
too.
God continue to enrich you in all your endeavors.
Amen. And you too, and all of us.
My ordinary. You too much. I don't know what to say. Anyway, many questions still in my mind where I supposed to be asked. And I've been calling sometimes to get at the D.
Hey.
My ordinary, you hear me?
Yes, my Binta.
Yes, sir.
I know here waiting you talk.
I get questions for my presidential aspirant.
Waiting be his name. Where waiting be his name? Waiting be his name.
Sir?
Waiting be your presidential aspirant name. His name now Professor Christopher. So that if I know if you mention the traditional Omolehem we could just leave the Christopher, Professor Christopher. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ordinary President.
Yes, now whom you and Devano, where you Devano from?
I'm the guy that follow you talk on Saturday, my card can't finish.
From which country?
Sir?
From which country?
Hello, sir.
From which country they hear me? Which one be Holland?
For Niger State, that guy will follow talk on Saturday, my card can't finish.
You are not supposed to call this line. Please respect yourself and end this call. Now me end the call. You don't try that. We won't make Nigeria better. People see the cut corners. Hello, good morning. Oh, no.
I just so happy say I get to now today.
What name be your name?
My name na Nicholas. I call from Australia.
Nicholas who?
Nicholas Nweke. I call from Australia.
How Australia today?
Australia they fine today.
Okay, waiting be your contributed.
I watch you every time.
Thank you.
And I say I must follow una talk today. I come there happy so much say I get to that today. I get one question for that for the incoming president. My question is say to be a leader for public office, you go need to make very unpopular decisions. Unpopular
policies and decisions.
Yes. And I beg, I will make him tell us, say, at one time for in life, which kind of very unpopular decision when you don't make. And waiting be that unpopular decision and waiting be the outcome of that unpopular decision.
Thank you very much for this question. Thank you. You be journalist before?
I not be journalist.
But
I just be normal
some journalists know they intelligent enough to even ask this kind of question. Make we appreciate my brother from Australia. Thank you. Okay, write and down. No. Hello, good morning. Which unpopular decision you will not ever take? Where they controversial and where come be the result? Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning, our ordinary president.
Good morning, my angel. What is your name?
My ordinary president. My name is Elizabeth Hayford, calling from London.
Hey, which part of London?
Croydon.
I never go there side before. So, how you doing? Waiting be your contributor. First of all,
yes.
His Excellency Professor Christopher Day for studio, and second of all, yes. I read one letter where Greenfield Chambers write to me on behalf of CBN Governor and CBN. So continue.
Yeah, that one, the 5 million should be, the 500 million should be aside and just wait for they should be waiting to infinity. My question to Professor Chris Imole, His Excellency, thank you for your enlightening us today. And my question is, what is your package, or what will you do about the welfare of the elderly in the country?
Thank you. Senior citizens.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you, man.
Thank you, and God bless.
Amen, and you too. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Make we enter Nigeria. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Nahumi and I'm Devano. Waiting be a contributor. Where you Devano from?
Good morning, my ordinary president. God bless you.
Amen, and you too, sir.
My name is Mustafa Umaru, a blind man.
Okay, Mustafa Umaru.
Mustafa Umaru from Idusaki, that blind man, where he promised his wife, hey, go check what he will help me, please you take care of me.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, ordinary president.
Amen, and you too, sir.
Please, that is my father. I no get father, I no get mother. He be like sin, I only need a born. He helped me a lot. I remind you, help me. As I did like this, business when I do before I get blind. If I sit down with you, tell you my plan, what I do before, you go surprise. Only me at the work, leave out in 6 o'clock in the morning before I come out at 9 o'clock. Sometimes my wife go home and say, make her sit down. Me, my teaching know me. Because I define what I go eat, take care of my family. I get many business where people don't understand me every time. I always start when I get, when I feel they help me with your help. As I did, they blind, go market, go buy meat, they sell. Go market, go buy meat, they sell. You get the time when I go the last one, when I fall, the driver look me, see I don't get people. I just see where I come from, my family did here, but I didn't look for my own. It helped me, my wife, they try a lot.
Must you go to the market to buy meat to sell?
Yes, sir.
Things no day where you go.
Carry and go back with my ticket.
Things no day where you go feed do for front of your house.
That food stuff when you see me, my wife go talk with you how much you go do. So after they come sick, you know she come. And they go market, as in body don't do okay, do go market.
I tell her, say, make she go find out what thing she go feed do. Make she come, make I give her money. She come fall sick. She no fit come. Since that time she dey sick, she no fit come, abi?
She will come almost 5 times before she started sick. She comes, sir. Please help me, please,
Ogasa.
I beg.
Ogasa.
Sir?
The only thing I go fit do for you now, this morning, and yes, I no promise you any other thing again. Come and take 50 kg of rice with 20,000 naira. I'm done with you. You can manage your life with that. You can start selling. Your wife start to cook rice. That 20,000 naira can buy material for stew and the rest. Please.
Thank you, sir.
Please. No, they use.
If I come, I will do.
Just come to the gate and make you talk. Say now you be that. Your number finish with 5437. We go confirm.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
I beg. And make you know they pity yourself too much.
Thank you very much, sir.
No, they pity yourself. You are a man. The challenge na challenge. Some people own eye no day, hand no day, leg no day. So you even better pass some people. Sometimes now the state of our mind now they make us they break down. So come and take 50 kg of rice and 20,000 naira as a capital for your wife. Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. He's coming now.
I know, say Nigeria, if you come back to Nigeria, we are talking about nation building. People in Nigeria are talking about their problems. So we are not even concerned about how this Nigeria will be better. Everybody won't collect from the ordinary president. Everybody won't collect from the ordinary president. Some of them, after they collect, they say, hey, now our government money. How it take the government money? If I come back to Nigeria again. Now me end this call, pick another one because he no respect him. Say, hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Ordinary President.
Waiting your name.
Pinda again, calling from Germany.
Green
Can you
finger.
hear me clearly now?
You say your name is?
I'm Henry Pinda again.
Okay, Henry Pinda. Yes, you are a lot clearer now, sir. We they hear you well.
Okay. Good morning, Ordinary President, once again, and thank you for all the things where you don't do. I swear, I don't listen to your program now. I just came across your the program about a month ago. But I don't go back now. Go to listen to all the previous recordings where you don't make. God will continue to bless you.
Amen, and you too, sir.
God will seriously bless you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Amen.
Now, my question to your guest now be say, hello, are you, am I still on?
My guest get name.
Oh, my question to Dr. Chris Imolule.
No reduce a rank. No reduce a rank. Now, Professor Ibi.
Oh, Professor. Oh, I beg
you can call.
Sorry.
You cannot call a general colonel. Even though all of them carried red. Sorry, Prof. No vex.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ordinary President, my question is, I don't listen to all the guests where you don't bring on your platform. I don't listen to all the candidates where won't rule our country. Like I said, I go thank you again for bringing all of them, make them consider the Nigerians one-on-one, waiting they get in mind, the time plan where they get for Nigeria. Because where they are abroad now, we won't come back home, come follow.
Make we appreciate them. You won't come back.
But as I don't listen to all of them, right from the time where you bring the Dr. Peter Obi, them, all of them, I don't listen to them. Now, only one person among them don't talk with something where touch person like me. And me, I'm a pro-Nigerian, I be pro-Niger, pro-African. I believe, say, the person where one rule Niger has to be a pro-Nigerian, Nigeria first. Get the interest of Niger for hand.
Waiting be your question, sir.
So, my question is, say, all the external forces where they destabilize Nigeria, because I believe, say, as person where don't they abroad, me, where don't work for government abroad, I believe, say, I know, say, the internal problems where they happen for Nigeria are outside forces, they follow contribute. So my question to your guest, to Professor Chris, is say direct, making tell us, making no try cut corners now to divert my question. Making tell us in both these what waiting how you could take deal with outside countries, with outside forces where they benefit from problems, from destabilizing, from destroying Nigeria, from stealing Nigeria's natural resources, from using our resources to develop their country, while Nigerians are suffering.
Thank you.
Because we know these people, we know this country. How you could take deal with them without damaging the relationship between us and them. So thank you very much. And Henry, keep doing what you're doing. God bless you.
Never go. Henry.
Yes, sir.
You get waiting you talk where I want make I correct them first before you go. You say make you not take idea, avoid your question. You no take idea, avoid anybody question before. Point of correction. Number 2.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Number 2. I don't tell and say no be everything you go talk on air. These people that are controlling Africa, there are things this man will say here, they will swear and ensure that he does not make it to become the president of this country. So he get things,
exactly.
So he get things where they safe where you go fit talk. The remaining one he go hold and fire in belly. After swearing in, then you go see the Christopher Imolo. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning. You the right hand dancer. After this one.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Nahumi and I'm Devano. Where Devano from?
My name is Francis. I'm calling you from Dubai.
Okay, Francis, how would I? Sorry, Dubai.
Fine, sir. I want to thank you for everything you've done, and I have a few questions for our professor.
Professor who?
The first question I have is that
Professor who? Professor who?
Professor Christopher Imulu.
So that in name go there.
My first question is that what will you do to government agencies that have changed the act that set them up to the extent that they now have powers to extort the masses? The power they've gotten to themselves, they are not only using it for themselves, they have also given it to private companies to extort the masses. Example of such agencies is the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission. Under PDP, the people were made to pay for darkness, no electricity, at fixed electricity charges. Then under this APC, they call it CAP, where people are still paying for darkness. Instead, like Edo, for example, a lot of houses are not metered. But at the end of the month, they will just bring bill. And when you complain to them, they will tell you the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission has given them the power to give them to bring bill, irrespective of whether there is light or no light.
Okay.
Another agency is the Nigeria Communication Commission. For example, in Nigeria, there's no unlimited internet, and there's nowhere in the world where you have economy without unlimited internet. And most of the telecommunication companies, they just give you megabytes. And before you open Facebook, YouTube, it's gone. Before you do one or two things, it's gone. And the agencies are not doing anything about it because they have given them the power to extort the people. So what will you do to such agencies that are extorting the people?
Okay.
That is my question, sir.
Thank you very much. Like that of the unlimited internet, even when they claim say na unlimited internet, then they put on cap. Once you reach that cap, you go see the internet go dey very slow. You go dey use them, you go dey disconnect, and then that of but Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. I don't know. I no go answer for them. Make we come back to Nigeria, take 2 calls, then you answer us. I just hope say no be problem. They go carry come. We are struck from the beginning of this month, reach now. Rice, that 100 bags of rice where you carry come, plus other. I don't share almost 300 bags of rice now. Hello, good. That one don't finish you. Apart from cash. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Honorable President.
Nahumi and I'm Devano. Where you Devano from?
Sorry, Mr. President. Devano with Mr. Kefas at Garaku Kokona local government.
Garaku, okay, sir. Waiting be your contributor, sir.
Sir, my contribute there is this. All these things we have been doing in Nigeria. We are very happy to get it because our people, our brothers, they are part to get all these things. We are happy for you.
Thank you, sir. I'm
and we
happy to.
Pray that God will keep on blessing you anytime, any moment.
Amen. And you too, sir.
Yes, sir. I have one problem that when I want to share with you this moment, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I get my senior brother.
because I'm a truck driver. He bought one Honda Hala for me, and he get another truck for Abuja. Then he get mechanic there. Then I can't give advice that Moku sell these 2 motors so that we get any 5 motor. He can't give one Igbo guy. Even I follow the Igbo guy to the Abuja to his shop at Contorium. Then the guy sold the car. We not see the guy again. Later on, the mechanic come find the guy somewhere. Give him police, they arrest him at Apo police station. Even the information reached our side. Even I went there. They released the boy. He talked. We started to bargain how much they could pay us. Reaching 1 week, then they can't tell us, say, the prisoner went there, the police station, they break their cells, they run out. Up to today, this is what I'm telling you now. No anything. When we go there, the pursue us there, sir.
For Apple?
Yes, sir.
Come to the... Una don't do affidavit before?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. As soon as they resume, make you go do affidavit. Make you write your letter of complaint. We go follow up. The police we talk say the criminal escape, the suspect escape. Then go look for him.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mention. Second call where we will take for Nigeria. Hello, good morning. Nigeria, problem. Hello, good morning. See what you can jam. Your Excellency, see part of the things where you go jam. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. This is Mr. Godwin calling from Kokola local government.
Is that Mr. Godwin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what will be your contributor?
Yeah, my contribution is he talk about disability. What is his plan about disability in this country? Because I'm one of them. So I don't know what is his plan.
You know, here that time when he talks, say, he go make sure say any company will employ person with living with disability. Say, he go give the company a tax waiver. He go encourage the company. He go do other things. We go make the company enjoy a happy. Say the employ person will get challenge. He talk him that time. He talk him. Only say maybe that time you go ease yourself.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Your Excellency, Professor Christopher.
Yes, okay. Yes. Thank you, Ordinary President. Some of these calls you are receiving, you know, it's a reflection of the fact that Nigeria is going through a very tough season. That is the truth. Despite the fact that many Nigerians also can also quickly take things personal, like you also complained, but we are living in a very tough season. So let me answer the first question. Unpopular decision, the one I've taken. Okay. I am known as a person that don't follow crowd. Most decisions of my life have been decisions that many people don't easily see the end, but eventually I take it. For example, when I finished the university, even up to now, I talk to you, I have never applied for a job in my life. I have never worked or I have never attended interview as a graduate, because I am focused that when I finish university, I will set up my business and I will start. So even when my mother, you know, women say, no, now first work, they collect 70,000 or 80,000, 50,000 salary. I say, no, this is where I'm going to.
Now you go to pay 70,000, 80,000 to other people. So
I started my business even against the advice of a lot of people that, oh, you need 20 years experience. You need to work to get to director. I said, no. What we need is passion. What we need is knowledge. What we need is that zeal to believe it can work. Today, just one of my company alone, I have more than 5,000 staff. Just one. Just one of my company alone. Today, I have more than 5,000 staff. This is somebody.
When I no go clap.
This is somebody who
the whole of una village, una get one person who don't employ 100 people.
You see, so
5,000. Make una clap for him, I beg.
So that is an example of unpopular decision that have led to greatness. Another is contesting for president in a country where youth are not given chances. You know, even we've gotten to a point whereby youth, we only see ourselves as we can become spokesperson, not the person taking decision.
And even the spokesperson, they display madness for public as a youth.
You see, so I'm used to that, and I've been able to. Then number 2 is the welfare for elders. If you look at our manifesto, as a matter of fact, the number 19 executive order that we put there is clear. It said social welfare digitalization and support system for aged, women, youths, and people living with disability. We need to first capture the people. Not be say all this government not get provision for social welfare, but you know they go to the right people.
They don't even know where then they and how many then they.
So if we must support them first, we must database them. We must capture the real people. So we that is the assignment we are going to do, to database the aged people among us. That is why I said that one of our biggest problems as a country is to ensure that we run a digital and a systematized economy. That by itself will solve 40% of our problem. So once we do that, any money we put into welfare for the aged, vulnerable, people with disability, the youth unemployed, 60 to 70% of our youth today are either unemployed or underemployed in Nigeria.
Or unemployable. Yes, we have unemployable youths.
Of course, yes. That don't have skills, nothing.
They have the certificate, first class, second class, second class upper, second class, but they are unemployable attitudinally.
Yes.
They are lazy, they are uncultured, their attitude is terrible to work, their attitude to
So what we are going to do as a country,
reorientation.
Reorientation. We have short program to revamp them back into working place. For example, there was a country we traveled to set up an oil and gas firm in Louisiana, and the mayor of Louisiana told us that, if you set up an oil and gas firm, the students of University of Louisiana are ready to start to work. As you student, and I begin to think back of my country. Can we easily say that? No, value is very key. We must begin to integrate value system to Nigeria. We must begin to build an institution. If you don't have an institution, you cannot build people with value.
Your Excellency, sir. Now for Nigeria, you go here, say, head of HOD, mechanical engineering of a polytechnic. Weekend, you go look for him. They say you go repair a motor. Where? You carry and go Olu mechanic. The Olu we no go school. This is HOD mechanical engineering. Where him and his students suppose pieces the car. Couple and back. Even if any mistake been done happen from that company where they go correct them. They carry go roadside mechanic, make them fix in car for them. Today we have a place called Panteka in Kaduna. Sir, I will advise any president to form a technical university in Panteka. Sir, which type of motor you carry come? Now, these Panteka boys, if you carry that Prado enter, they can use Volvo engine for your Prado. They can use Passat back axle. They can remove the door and put a Peugeot door. It go work. Some of the, you get some cars where they give problem for Nigeria. Once they done, they give you electrical problem. If you carry and go give these Panteka boys, one of these American cars na Escalade.
Okay, yes.
Sir, they go carry Sienna engine, put them, you go work. Some go carry Golf engine, put them, you go work. These na people, some of them no go school, some na drop out, some finish school. I don't know whether you understand.
No, I understand.
So, sir, technically, we used to have BATCs, Business Apprenticeship Training Centers, all over Nigeria. Sir, that time, if you see plumber we graduate from BATC, If you want to do plumbing work for you, you must first of all do diagram and design.
Sketch.
You go do sketch, thank you. If you see vulcanizer we finish from BATC, you know they overpump your gauge. He go even educate you and advise you on how
on the level. Yes.
If you see electrician we finish from BATC, he go do work for you. He go give diagram and chart give you. Anytime we issue, even if you know they around, if another electrician come, he go know from the DB which one go there, but not be here waiting the.
No,
so I will suggest you bring you anyway. Continue.
No, you know what has happened is that Nigeria leaders have been outrun by the number our population. We've not deliberately grew according to population line, and we must be careful because even we are growing more. Are you aware that in 2050 the proportion of our growth will make Nigeria the third largest nation in the world? We will be growing to 1 billion population in 2050,
and we will take advantage of it. By the time we start producing things, it will be to our advantage.
Yes, and ensure that we invest more in human capital development. That is what you are saying. Our technical education,
not liability citizens.
All countries that have huge population, look at their major investment has been on human capital development. India, China is the human capital. Japan, human capital development. We must invest more. So look at the TVET program, technical vocational education, that is geared towards technological knowledge. We must invest. We must allow State Ministry of Education now to start accrediting such courses, not just as technical school, even in the secondary school. Yes, we must begin to introduce new curriculum, not just paper-based curriculum, new curriculum that is targeted as building Nigeria to solve our local problem. Now we don't even have plumbers in Nigeria. Most people that do those menial jobs in our country are from other countries. And yes, so we must also look at the reward, so that when somebody study plumbing, working as a plumber will be rewarding too.
Yes, sir.
Because if there's no reward being a plumber, nobody want to do it. So we must upgrade that reward system. It's very, very key for us. So let me quickly also talk about the other question, the accord. The man said there's no accord. We are working. Accord party, the two parties that we have in Nigeria has been in power for more than 19 years or so. So we have chosen Accord because it's a fresh party. Nigerians need a fresh ideas. They are looking for a party that will come in and ensure that they're able to resolve this problem without any affiliation. So we are building, and we believe that we already have bases in all those places. It's just for him to connect with the coordinator there and they start work. Quickly again, collaboration with Nigerians is talking about international influence, other countries coming into. The issue is this: nobody will come into your house if there is no rat in the house. Enemy from the outside cannot come into your house and destroy your house if there is no collaboration with somebody inside. It's a simple proverb. We must deal with ourselves first. When we talk about the issue of the slave trade, a lot of people will say the white colonize the black. If you check, most of the people, if people were not selling, nobody will buy. There were a collaboration with the chiefs in many of the black communities who were selling their brothers and their sisters. So we must stand and we must begin to know that it's Nigeria first. And everybody must be patriotic to Nigeria. And there cannot be patriotism if there's no benefits. There are some Nigerians that have not benefited from Nigeria since they have been given birth to as a Nigeria.
Yeah,
so we must begin to channel social welfare to Nigeria. We must begin to make Nigeria patriotic. When you are able to deal with patriotism, you will have less, I'm telling you, and you'll be able to deal with the few ones who are perpetually wicked to sell our country out.
Thank you very much.
So the issue of patriotism is key. Then the last question here is the person that called from Dubai. The issue of power, prepaid meter. We all know it's corruption. We are going to be ensuring that is dealt with, and we would use the concept of digitalization to curb that. The unlimited internet by MTN and other, for example, telecommunication is the issue. Is a matter of ignorance. Government must be well aware of the operations of telecommunication and digitalization. Like I said, I'm very much versatile in that field, and I understand that clearly. There are some gadgets. Most of the gadgets you see in Nigeria can do 3 functions, but I don't know why government, for example, now your decoder, have the capacity to browse, have the capacity to watch TV, have the capacity to call. But the license
decoder for
abroad, you can that decoder has the capacity to do the 3 things.
Give you internet capacity. You can make call with it.
Yes.
And you can watch your television.
You can watch with one decoder. It's a matter of knowledge and ensuring that Nigeria have access to it. So we represent that generation that will bring 100% gross digitalization to Nigeria. And Nigerians in the grassroots will enjoy it. And applying digitalization to education is key now. So that when schools are shut down, education continue. We are also going to digitalize our educational system. Look at the issue of Kumani oil field now. One of the problems they have in there, how do we get instructors in the oil and gas field that can train our people? You can see. So so someone in Lagos or in Warri can be online rendering lectures to people in that community. So when there is need for physical, practical inspection, then they can be there. So that will help us to balance our educational deficits across Nigeria. Because there are some regions in Nigeria who are far behind. One, because lack of resource person, the teachers are not retrained. Even cultural attitude towards education. So all these things will be looked into. We already know them, and we'll start implementing them to build a better country going forward.
Thank you. Let's appreciate. I don't know, will it be okay? I want you to choose between 11:30 and 12 o'clock. When do you want us to round up, sir? This is almost 11:30. Which do you prefer, sir?
Be between 11:30 or 12.
No, it has to be either 11:30 or 12 o'clock. They discuss with the vice president. I like this. I like that.
So I would like my vice to also say something.
Okay.
Yes. Then I will now round up. Then we'll close.
Okay. So we're rounding up at 12 o'clock.
12
okay. Thank you very much. Make we take this call. Can you see the synergy?
I like this.
Hello. Good morning.
I like that.
Now my voice be that.
I like that. So I would like
that.
My vice to also say something. Okay. Yes. Then I will now round
Good
up.
English, no, they sweet for my mouth at all. I like that. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I beg off that TV against next time.
Yeah, sorry, good morning.
Waiting be your name, where you develop from, waiting be your contributor.
Yeah, my name is Amobayo Bright. Can you hear me?
From where?
Can you hear me? President.
Yes, waiting be your name, sir.
Yeah, my name is Amobayo Bright. I dey call from UK.
Okay, waiting be your contributor, sir.
Okay, yeah. You know, say the thing be say for this life, we don't know when we will meet each other tomorrow.
That is very true. That is very
Hello,
true.
sir.
Hello, I dey hear you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
No one.
My name is Joshua.
Oh, Joshua, you are calling from Nigeria.
Yes, I'm calling from Nigeria.
And the person where they abroad, where get this line, you use your call through where when the line where you supposed call, you no call them. Haba.
Okay, sorry, sir. I thought that.
No, stop talking. Stop talking. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Naomi and I'm Devano for radio and TV telephone, sir.
Johnson Endurance, I'm Devano with.
From where, sir?
From Germany.
Okay. Oh, now the same person where the thing. Sorry, say they caught your call that time. I beg, no vex.
Okay, sir. The question when I was our candidate, our professor, from Edo State. So we know even before we come to Europe, we know the suffer when we suffer for rural area. Wetin we want do concerning, wetin we want do concerning transportation for rural area, because most of us now we got the trip come city. For the even journey where we dey for here, most of us na rural area we dey stay. Wetin we go do, because the transportation to city, if it dey available,
most of people no go York trip the cost city like that. And that thing, it will reduce hunger. And even if you are in a rural area, maybe you live village, they call the work for city. The house rent and everything will be lesser for you.
Okay,
but
thank you.
When everybody is just coming to city, we don't have transport to come to we don't have, because of transport and everything. Where I did now to come to work is more than 1 hour, but I will have transport in the morning to go to work. Will be easy for me. Waiting in want to concerning that time.
Concerning rural area.
For Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Waiting be your name. Where you Devano from, man? Hello. Good morning, Gema. Waiting be your name. Where you Devano from?
Okay, good morning, sir. I'm calling from München, Germany.
Okay, ma. Will they hear you, ma?
Good. I'm asking with the ordinary president.
Yes, ma.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Make you off that TV. The delay too much. Our internet for Nigeria are no strong like una own. I beg. Just talk to the phone, please.
Okay, sir. Okay, off it already. So good morning, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I want to contribute.
Yes, ma. Go ahead, ma.
Okay, sir. So what our candidate is saying concerning the issue of power is very right. I picked that point because, like here in Germany, like where I'm working, because we have 24 hours electricity, and we have 3 shifts in my company. So the machine runs from Monday to Sunday without stopping. So that would be another big advantage for us.
From Monday to Sunday, non-stop.
No stop, yes. Because we work with robots. You know? Because in my company we have more or less than more than 500 robots.
Robots.
We are working with. So
for the company where you work, you get more than 500 robots.
Yes.
So most of your colleagues now robots.
No. What I mean, we use robots to work.
Okay.
So we use robot to work. So we work. The goods we are producing is things that they use to couple cars. So out of those robots, so we take the parts to give the robot. The robot will take it and process it. So they don't off. Those robots don't get off, except maybe they want to clean up some articles that the robot slice or file, you know, and that is very, very good. And secondly, again, is that I don't want to go back like that was, let's say, about 3 days ago or 2 days ago when Brekete was in the studio. Sir, I want to beg all the president, if it's possible, sir, for that concerning commission that they will fix how they can just make it possible for people that are in diaspora to be sending their money through them. Because we here in Europe here, like for me, sir, I don't hear Pepe concerning story about send money home, do this. Hello?
Yes, now me suggest that in say government suppose create one commission or ministry when we say they responsible for any diaspora and Nigeria, all the Nigerians where they abroad, if they want invest money for Nigeria, if they send the money, the government will make sure they say they monitor the investment and make sure say then they make profit. Then some people talk say even if government no start, make me I start as Brekete family. I can't talk say I no get the capacity and I no get the structure for ground because that kind of thing in the within 6 months you go see say $2 to $3 billion don't enter that account for investment, because many Nigerians won't invest for Nigeria, but they don't get guarantee, they don't get assurance of where the money go enter and how government they go take protect their investment. You send them to your uncle chop money. You send them to your sister, they chop money. They teach to say they plug money for three. To make money abroad, they very easy.
Exactly. So if they can establish it, I would be the happiest person.
In fact, I go copy that sermon we can let you do. I go repeat them again so that the message will enter.
We need it because at least like this Christmas now, if I tell you how much I spent, but still yet they should have story. So I don't know really. Because we can't stay here forever. We can't go to live somebody's land forever. One day we have to go back.
Thank you.
There's no place like home.
Thank you. After this call, we hear from the Vice President. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah,
sorry, I've been tried for before, but the network bill I say is not so good.
I am sorry.
So that my name is Omobayo Bride.
Yes.
I dey call from UK. And that man
now you be the person we call that time. Now him be the person we call that time. He go change location. He be like say he stand for olden days burial ground. When I don't observe say network no dey 2 day for burial ground. Make when I dey check am. If they make up pass a burial ground, if the call no drop, he go do. So olden days burial ground. Make we hear from the Vice President.
Our ordinary President and members of the Brekete family, I offer my salutation to everybody, including our listeners. First of all, I would like to appreciate you as an organization.
Thank you, sir.
For engaging with us and for engaging with all other political contestants and also with Nigerian students in general. Because this family is rendering a very special service, an innovative service in the field of journalism in this country. You are fighting as maybe as an information agency. You are not just doing the ordinary work of journalism, which is basically to inform, to entertain, and to educate. But you are also fighting for justice for ordinary Nigerians.
That is the difference, sir. They don't like me.
You are telling truth to power.
Even my colleagues don't like me.
You are telling truth to power, which is very, very important, which is an essential ingredient if we want Nigeria to move forward.
Very true.
Those in power must hear from the ordinary people. And this is one of the best forums for that in Nigeria. So we appreciate that very much. Secondly, I want to inform you why I decided to be the vice presidential candidate of Professor Christopher Irene Imumolen. One thing I found out is that Nigeria needs innovation to move forward. Innovation in the private sector. And I found him to be an innovative individual. He has talent for innovation. One is that his innovative capacity as an entrepreneur in education, he has been able to establish 3 universities outside Nigeria. But one question that should have come to mind, which has not been asked, is that why did he establish universities outside Nigeria that he has not established in Nigeria? In fact, he began the process of establishing a university in Nigeria, which because of bureaucracy he could not. But he was able to establish 3 outside Nigeria. Nigerians need to know that. So for us to move forward, we need an innovative civil service. We need an innovative public service. We need an innovative leadership. And the only way we can create an innovative leadership is by identifying individuals who have that talent, who have that capacity, that once elected, once in power, they will be able to bring that talent into the service of Nigeria. Because in every country of the world that has progressed, whether in places like China, that is regarded as a state capitalist society, or in countries like the United States, that is regarded as a liberal market economy, it is the leadership that directs the general society, whether private or public. But the truth is that there is always an engagement between the public service and the private sector. But it is the public sector that is directing that growth. I may ask one question in order to make this point clear to you. Actually, who was responsible for the landing of mankind on the moon? Was it the private sector or the public sector? That program was initiated by the public sector, was funded by the public sector before it reached the level where the private sector came in as an investor, because it required a lot of research and development, a lot of funds that initially the private sector itself cannot put in because the profit would not be clear. But after government has done a lot, then when the cost is clear, then the private sector comes in and right on the back of the public sector use their initiative and move the country further. And that is what happens everywhere. Just like in Nigeria here, it is government that builds roads. It is government that is expected to provide electricity, especially in the aspect of generation and transmission. It's after government has done its job, then the private sector will now use its entrepreneurship capacity and build a lot of agencies and get get jobs for the people. So we need a very talented leadership for Nigeria to move forward. We all know that the world now is at the stage of fourth industrial revolution. But our economy, our level of industrial development is not beyond the second level of industrial revolution. Even our educational system is not as high as to conform with the level where the world is.
We are backward.
We are very backward. So in order to move the country forward, we need a leadership that has the capacity, that understands where the world is going and understand where Nigeria is, so that it can initiate policies and programs that can move Nigeria forward in all aspects, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education, healthcare, and the rest of them. And it's only this kind of government that can understand why energy is very, very important and why it must be the focus of government to ensure that we uplift, we upscale our power capacity to the level that Nigeria can be self-sufficient in terms of food production, in terms of security. Because like now, why we have security problem is because, like he said, we have no satellite. How can we be able to monitor our borders, our land borders, if we don't have a satellite of our own?
Are we sure we don't have satellite?
Somebody said it here, and it has not been contradicted.
Yes, sir.
He's only adding to it.
Okay, right.
Major Mustafa said it here, that they said our satellite has been stolen. He's saying that our satellite is not working.
I believe we have satellite because NIGECOMSAT is functioning, unless if we are riding on someone else's satellite. But if NIGECOMSAT is functioning, it means
Anyway, it may be a hired satellite.
Hired one.
Yes, because most of the countries that are highly secured are countries that are able to manufacture their own satellites. Their own satellites. So we must be a technologically advanced country for us to be able to produce our own satellites. Otherwise, if you buy a car, for example, then you need spare parts from the country you imported the car.
Yes, sir.
So what more of a satellite? As you are talking of workshops, local workshops for cars and other vehicles, do we have a workshop for satellite? So we actually need to introduce policies that are mission oriented, that are able to carry to build enthusiasm and interest of the Nigerian people with support and other things, so that we will be able to establish an economy that will generate employment and will generate that kind of capacity for us to monitor our borders, land borders, sea borders, and also our air borders, so that we'll be able to provide security for Nigeria, so that we'll be able to provide jobs for our people. So I believe that he has the capacity to provide that.
Thank you.
From all I have heard from him and from what I have seen from his biography and from his own achievements as a private individual. So that is all I have to say on this. Thank you very much.
Before His Excellency go round up, I get one case. Please, the lady from Maiduguri, please come forward quickly. Put her seat in between, by the side here. Yes, thank you. My dear, sit down, ma. Give her the microphone. Yes, waiting be your name, ma.
Good morning, Mr.
Take it closer to your mouth, ma.
Good morning, Brekete family. Good morning, Nigerians. My name is Fatima Bint Ali. And I'm coming from Borno State. So on the 17th of November last year, I was going to my place of work along University of Maiduguri Third Gate. A pen loader, which belongs to 18th Engineering Company, hit a barrier, and then the barrier fell on us. I just resumed.
Don't worry, let her hold it for you, please.
Okay.
Hence, you cannot hold it properly. Yes, please.
I just resumed from maternity leave, so I was going to the office together with my sister, who will be holding the baby for me, and then my brother, who was driving. So the pen loader driver hit the barrier, and then the barrier fell on us. I was unconscious.
Yeah.
So we were taken to...
I hope the baby wasn't in the vehicle.
He was. Yes, sir, he was. So we were taken to Goinke police station. I was unconscious. I didn't even know what was happening.
Instead of going to the hospital?
They first took us to Goinke police station, and then they later on take us to trauma center at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. So later on, the Chinese manager was in the hospital as well. So it was after some hours I now recovered. So I had so many injuries because the barrier fell directly
on you,
on me. I had so many injuries on my head, my face down to my left eye.
I can see stitches.
Yes, sir. So when they came, they now gave us, I think it was 10,000. Yes, just 10,000.
What is the name of this construction company?
18th Engineering Company, sir.
18th Engineering Company?
Yes, sir. EEC.
Belonging to Chinese people?
Yes, sir. So later on, in the night, we were discharged. So I couldn't sleep. I couldn't move my back. I had severe headache. And even my baby too had some injuries because of glasses.
How old was the baby?
He was 3 months. He was 3 months. Yeah. So the following day, I had to go back to Alpine Hospital. So they checked me, and then on a Monday like that, I was having severe pain on my stomach because my face was swollen. I couldn't eat well. So I was rushed to the hospital. So when we went there, they now confirmed that I have ulcer. I now told the doctor that I have never had ulcer in my entire life.
Internal injury.
Yes, he now said it's because of the change of the system. That was why. So it was in the night we were discharged. So after 2 days, we now went to the hospital, and then they removed the stitches. So these Chinese people keep calling my family that we should try and, because when the accident happened, all the 2 cars were taken to the police station, including the payloader, because the payloader driver was like, he normally carries a construction vehicle on that payloader that has chain. So that very day when we had the accident, he took the one that has tire, and the height is far more than the one with the chain. So when he came, he couldn't control the payloader, and then he hit.
Yes, you are lucky to be alive.
Yes, sir. So they now came to my father's house
for settlement.
Yes, for settlement.
Have you settled?
No, sir.
What are they offering?
Okay, what they did, when they first came, they now came to my house with their secretary. Their secretary is a Nigerian. So when they came, we now said, we have to talk with a lawyer first to write the letter.
What are they offering?
Okay, what they did, what we did first, we wrote 90 million because they said we should write what we want. So after we took it to them, he now said, let's just settle with 8 million, and then they'll cover the medical bills and then buy a new car, because VIO confirmed that the car is damaged completely. So we agreed on that. He now said, please, let's just take 8 million.
You agreed on the 8 million, and
yes.
So have they given you the money?
No, sir. They didn't.
Do you have the company secretary's number?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, you will come back tomorrow. And then these are the one of the cases I'm going to give Professor Christopher to handle, because this now part of the things where you go to face if you become the president of Nigeria.
Okay, but after that, when we went back, the secretary now said they will just give 8 million and then buy a new car. But we said this is not what we agree upon. He now said, I'm the secretary, and whatever I tell the Chinese people, that's what they will agree upon.
What is the name of this secretary?
Mohammed Bello Yali.
He's from Borno too?
I think it's from Adamawa.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Hold it there. We will continue.
So he now said that we will take the case to court. He told the Chinese that let's take the case to court. So
the Nigerian man.
Yes.
You can see that the Chinese people are good people. Let's appreciate the Chinese people.
So
it's a Nigerian now that is instigating them.
But this is not what we agree upon. Why are you saying
hold on. Over 80% of, in fact, over 90%, majority of Chinese people are good people. Only a few of them are bad. You can see a Nigerian is the one that is being inconsiderate and mean to a fellow Nigerian. The Chinese people are ready to settle, but he has told them now maybe that if we go to court, maximum highest 1 million, 2 million we spend in court, and that is the end, because they know over there in China, if it were in China, it may even lead to the closure of the company itself and the arrest and detention or prosecution of the owners of the company. But here we are in Nigeria. My dear, you will come back tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Okay, but sir, I'll be going back today because my flight is around 10:30.
Okay, so they will get your number. While you are there, we'll call you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, the next case, quickly, before His Excellency would take his leave, is that where that lady, where her husband be senior police officer, where die, where then they pursue all her husband properties. I even hear say this woman, this matter where we carry up, police say they no fit cover up the matter without informing the complainant. They say they don't carry the matter go court for backyard. Akramakala, you go carry this woman go meet the AIG in charge of Zone 7. May they revisit this matter. And then this one where the land, Akramakala, collect microphone. The land where these people by mistake be intentionally go fence into their own. The Minister of Aviation, Hardy Sirika,
yes, sir,
that in Polo Field,
yes, sir,
he got this woman late husband land.
Yes, sir.
Shebi, you go with her.
Yes, I go.
Waiting you discover.
My ordinary president, you know, say the last time they talk, say they don't come out the barbed wire, say they don't leave the land.
That is, they don't free her land.
They don't free her land. I go there, my ordinary president. When I go, they no free any land.
They say now only cow go fit pass through waiting.
They no free any land.
They are barbed wire.
Cover the place. If anybody go, when anybody reach there,
you know, go green buy them.
Of course, because once you reach, you will believe say now one person get the whole land.
I beg anybody we know Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika, make it help us, because we hear saying a very good man, na kind-hearted man. Your agent talks say we no need the land again to buy. I beg, remove your barbed wire. Make sure say the land they free for anybody we won't buy. I beg, now beg, make anybody where they close to the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika. They tell us in a very good man you be. Nobody don't ever talk anything negative about the Hadi Sirika. I beg, make you not allow this matter spoil in good name. Allow this widow to access her land so she can sell the land to whoever she feels like selling the land to. Hadi, make when I tell Hadi Sirika. Yes, madam. So, madam.
Yes, sir.
His Excellency Professor Christopher Day for studio.
Yes, sir.
Akramakala, after the program, I hand her over to Professor Christopher. These are two cases where he go do give us result.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Make we appreciate her. So, Your Excellency, your final words. Now you go round up the program now.
Okay, so I want to thank Nigeria at least and the whole Nigerians, even the one with the Nigeria and the one with the outside. And we want to assure Nigeria, say, if we are given the opportunity, believe me, even before 2 years, we go to see great difference.
Before 2 years?
Yes, in terms of power. Because you know, say Nigeria we don't wound where. Any government will come to say, now, if I enter, I go with 1 month. No, we are bleeding. So we are going to capture all the bleed first. Yes, bring back Nigeria
Block
to love
all
Nigeria.
The areas
all the areas. Yes.
Nigeria, they lose blood.
Yes, all the money they lose. Over 70% of our remittance, they go private pockets. We go block everything.
Over 70%?
Yes, of our remittance is going to private individuals. Yes, so we will block everything. Because the money when Nigeria they make is enough to resuscitate this country. But they go people pocket. So we are going to become a leader with example. One of the first things we are going to do, and make Nigeria write them down, every appointees we are going to appoint for office must make sure say they will never patronize foreign school and foreign health services. All of us, including me and my children, will go there. Yeah. Some people don't say whether if you do like that, they're risky. The children of people they go to school, they're risky to them too. They're not be human beings too. So if all of us there here, we go solve the problem together. We'll be committed to Nigeria because we desperately need to get out of this to prepare ahead for the next millennium.
Before you pack your load, come out, sir. I get later where they sent to me from Greenfield Chambers. They address them to Dr. Ordinary Ahmad Isa, Voice of the Voiceless, President/Founder, Brekete Family, Human Rights Radio, .. Dear sir, defamatory allegations against Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and Godwin Emefiele, the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. A demand for apology and retraction and damages. Demand for apology, retraction, and damages. The above subject matter refers, we have been briefed and our services retained by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and Godwin Emefiele, GCBN, hereinafter referred to as our clients, about the circumstances, utterances, and conducts constituting deliberate and criminal defamation of our clients as follows. 1. That as the Chief Executive Officer of Human Rights Radio and Television, the host of Brekete Family Reality Radio and Television Talk Magazine program, you anchored the program on the 15th of December 2022. 2. That on the on the 15th of December 2022, you caused to be broadcasted on Brekete Family Reality Radio and Television Talk Magazine program under the caption, Honorable Gudaji Kazaure allegedly exposed corruption against CBN and CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. An interview given by Honorable Muhammad Kazaure Gudaji, where he made the following statements to the hearing of over 61,000 viewers in Nigeria and different parts of the world. Godwin Emefiele diverted 89 trillion 1 billion naira stamp duties and central bank charges from federal government into a sundry private account from 2013 till date. I'm quoting now what they were able to, according to them, have been able to extract from the program of that day. The Central Bank of Nigeria circular of 21st February 2027 diverted federal government funds. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria is indifferent to the devaluation of the naira. Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria has everybody in his pocket. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria has failed to open stamp duties federal account in violation of the president's memo. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria is frustrating our investigation. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria created to change money to divert the attention of Mr. President and to frustrate the investigation. It is to cover up for the money. When the 9th Assembly emerged, Gbajamia Mila, Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, brought his brother from the same village as the chairman of the House Committee on Banking and Currency, which the Central Bank of Nigeria is under, so that he will not be supervised. Leadership of the National Assembly are in his pocket. They are benefiting from the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. If you want to be a billionaire, he can make you a billionaire in less than 1 hour. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria arranged for the letter written from the office of the Secretary General of the Federation on behalf of the President to rescind the presidential assent on the committee to reconcile and recover all stamp duties revenue from banks and other financial institutions into a single stamp duty central account. He did this because he did not want to come to our office for questioning. 3, that during the interview broadcast, you encourage Honorable Gudaji Kazaure by your words, conduct, and inaction as he made the above statements on your program, which you anchored for Human Rights Radio and Television. All these things were mentioned, now things where the Honorable Gudaji Kazaure talk, no be me talking. Number 4, that the above broadcast in their ordinary and natural meaning implies that the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria is wicked, indolent, incompetent, lawless, deceitful, manipulative, untruthful, conniving, corrupt, and up to no good in his office as the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Number 5, the statement also implies that the Central Bank of Nigeria is an ineffective, corrupt, law-breaking, mismanaged, failing, and unproductive institution, incapable of serving as a lender of last resort to the government. 6, that after this broadcast, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria and other staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria have received several calls from independent persons within and outside Nigeria who watched the broadcast, who are shocked and disappointed at these allegations and have expressed same in no kind manner. 7, that as a seasoned media practitioner, you know or you ought to know that the office of the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria is an office for persons of impeccable character, integrity, intelligence, and deep financial knowledge and expertise, who must be cleared by the office, who must be cleared to the office by the Senate. As such allegations should not be made against the person of the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria whimsically. 10. That from your privileged position as a respected news media and media practitioner who engages the National Assembly and the government in the preparation and passing of the Nigerian budget, you ought to know that the allegations contained in the offensive statements are manifestly false. 11. That our clients believes that you reasonably ought to know that the Central Bank of Nigeria and the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria are innocent of all these defamatory allegations, as same are unfounded, slanderous, derogatory, and an attack on the Central Bank of Nigeria and the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's an attempt to bring the Central Bank of Nigeria and the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria's corporate name to disrepute. Now, therefore, we demand on behalf of our client that you retract these defamatory allegations through the same medium by broadcasting the same radio and TV program and offering an apology to our clients on live program. You write a letter of apology and retraction addressed to our client to be published on 5 national daily newspapers and broadcast on Brekete Family Reality Radio and Television Talk Magazine program. That you pay our clients through our law office the sum of 500 million naira as damages for the mental strain, the trauma, reputational damage, odium, ridicule, and the embarrassment suffered by our client resulting from the broadcast of 15th December 2022. Kindly pay to the account details below provided below. Account name Greenfield Chambers. Account number 0018798129. The name of the bank is Access Bank. Take notice that in the event of your failure to accede to our client's demands within 3 working days of the delivery of this letter, we shall have no other option than to institute an action against you in the court of law and therein seek punitive damages against you for the wrongs complained about herein. We trust that you shall let wise counsel prevail. Please be assured of our highly esteemed regards. Yours faithfully, Greenfield Chambers, Chief, signed Chief Emeka Obegolu, son. I just read and make you hear so that if you become president, we go know what you go do about them. But finally now, what have you got to say to Nigerians as we are rounding up the program?
Okay, first, about the letter. I think Nigeria have a lot we are dealing with our monetary policies. The rate of our dollar now is about 700 going to 900. So there are major issues that we should be focused on doing. And I also think personally that a media house doing a wonderful job like this, who has given platform for views, national views. Even yesterday, the same Honorable Kazari still was on TV talking about the same issue. Yesterday, I watched it. And
it is Human Rights Radio Brekete Family.
So this if there's anything,
he was on BBC, he was on Voice of America, he was on other media houses.
So if it's any issue that is of concern, I believe the invitation you have extended,
which is still on,
yes, should be so that Nigerians can also, and again, during propaganda can also promote a man.
Yes, sir.
If eventually you are right and you come to defend your case, it can even help Nigerians to know who you are better.
Yes, sir.
And clear some gray areas. This is not what we think about him. This, yes, is a platform to even, we are all public servants and we should be ready to talk and let Nigerians listen to us. Again, like I said, I want to thank the House for this wonderful invitation. I've enjoyed myself. And like I said, Nigeria will be a great country once we begin to look at leadership. Again, Merry Christmas to our viewers and Happy New Year in advance. God bless you and God bless the house.
On behalf of everybody for inside the open air studio, inside the compound of Human Rights Radio and Television. Una waiting.
Bye.